If you are just joining us, you're watching the program Faces, where we are looking at the Limbe Festival of Arts and Culture, which is it's just around the corner. To be more precise, on the 8th of April, which the Frenchman will say Avril. It's just around the corner, and we are talking to the members that are on the board, the activities which will be kickstarting any moment from now. You know, when we say the event will kickstart on the 8th, it does not mean that it's only on the 8th. Activities have definitely started. That's the preparation, setting of scene, contacting of individuals on how to make the event the grandeur is deserved. We have been talking a lot about when the event will start and some of the activities which will be showcased, like the carnivals and other activities, canoe race, wrestling, display of traditional dishes, artifacts, and other activities. This time around, we are looking at some few issues. That is, we more precise, we are looking at the security measures vis-a-vis other things that have been put in place to ensure that FESTAC move on history. I take on this message. Congratulations to you, Madam the Delegate of Culture, for your hard work. Keep it up with keep up with the good job. It's coming from Gobina Simon again. That congratulations, Madam the Delegate. This other one reads, what of university students can they participate in poetry, and what is the amount that will be given, and how I would like to, how much? Mr. Gorem, you want to react to that? This other one, which please just come on what the topic. Just come on what the topic is, please. Follow up. We'll be talking about FESTAC. This other one says, what's the topic, please? We have been talking about FESTAC. This other one reads, is there going to be fashion parade and pick of Mr. and Mrs. It's coming from KG Egbe. That is there going to be fashion parade. This one say hello to you, Jarvis, and the panel today. Great insight from the delegate. Youth should watch out on the message we are received and avoid manipulation of any form. It's coming from Kinge from Bakwiri town. And we had a message earlier. We talked about the aspect of Ghost Town. I will not go straight to the message that the event will not hold because of Ghost Town. Let me ask this to you, Mr. Goran and the Delegate. Is this going to be a myth? Because there is always that connotation that when a major activity is to happen within Fako division or the Northwest region, there is anonymous messages that goes around threatening people. How true is this going to be?
Well, thank you very much, Jarvis, for the question. I think it was the same question that came up during the press conference granted by the vision bearer of Limbe FESTAC, the government delegate to the Limbe City Council. And in his own words, he said the Limbe Festival of Arts and Culture is apolitical, which means it's got no political color or political ideology, but one thing is uniting us together, which is our culture, where we come from, what represents us as an individual, as a community, as a village, as a tribe. So it is not a festival organized by a certain political party or a certain group of people with certain idea. It is an event organized by the people of Limbe. And the people of Limbe are those residents in Limbe. Somebody once said that the people of Limbe are that of a people of friendship, which means you come from Nigeria, you resident in Limbe, you are a Limbe person, and you can participate. Because when you look at our stickers, it says Limbe FESTAC 2017, I belong. Which means you belong to it. Your ideas are welcome. And so it is not on any political background. We are talking culture. We are talking coming together as one, coming together to showcase our culture, coming together in a form of integration so that we celebrate what makes us, what represents our identity as people from the African continent. I think we do not have anything more to hide or to add, and we have not received any message, and it states that our event holds from the 8th to the 15th of April, as it has been holding. Every April, it has become a yearly event in the eventual calendar of Cameroon.
Come shine, come rain.
Well, come the bad weather. The chiefs are there. the
Delegate, you want
Rains,
to
they will
react to
take care
that?
of that.
Yes, I want to say that please, when there's life, there's culture. When there's life, there's culture. I think that no matter how angry we can be, no matter what grievances we can have, you know, we have the right to be happy. When you see even a woman in her home who is always angry, she does not give room to things that bring joy in her house. She even her face becomes she's not like happy, or does not transmit happiness. I think we should ask for things, we should fight for things, but we should give space for happiness. And I think that's what culture brings. And I will tell you that in the hard days of political crisis in Ivory Coast, that's where coupe de
Yeah.
when people could
Vera.
no more speak to each other, they were just speaking to each other with cutlasses and weapons. That's where the biggest concerts were organized by musicians, and that was the only language people were listening to. It means that when nobody can speak, nothing can be heard. Culture can speak and calm people down and calm them to reasonable ideas. And that's where, when you listen to the songs that were composed by for Coupé de Calais during that period, you understand that all the songs were about brothers, let us calm down, put down our machetes, we are one, we are Ivorian. I think we need that. We need to have spaces like this in our context today to bring joy, to bring understanding. And I'll bet you it's only culture that has that force, because when culture is speaking, it's speaking to everybody. It's speaking to SDF, it's speaking to LDPC, it's speaking to people just Cameroonian. I think we should listen to culture. We should give space to culture. If we think we can even just have solution in what what we are facing today, we should give room. So that's why I think this year particularly, everybody who can organize a cultural event, we should be behind him to give joy to people. People are dying of stress. People are dying of stress, but you cannot imagine the day they'll do the bilan, I don't know how they call it in English, bilan of those who have died of stress, because it's then you understand that FESTAC for 8 days will release people who could die from stress.
Thank you. This other one read, I praise the delegate for a nice and brilliant talk. Thank you, Madam the Delegate. Is Atem Will Smith from Tico. This other one reads, Tambe Henry from Moliko. Please, I have a question to the delegate. What is the difference between culture and tradition? So we are talking about FESTAC. Delegate, you may want to answer that. Let me take on this one. This other one reads, we'll be taking on a brief break. When we come back, we'll have some things to be discussed on today's edition of our program. I'll be right back after this. That light don't shake. Light can't pass touch.
I know who sent that right. I don't know who sent that right. The man will fail. Yes. How can that just happen?
You know, we apologize for some technical hitches there. You know, it's been imperative that some things happen to give you the true picture on what happens on media landscape, and that is just to let you know that either way, as long as it's not easy for you at your farms, it's not equally easy here. As you grapple with sunflies, we equally grapple with technical hitches. That notwithstanding, back to FESTAC, this other one read, we should celebrate our culture more often because it is what defines our identity as Cameroonian. Long live to the Mokwe culture. King from Bakwiri Town. He said, King from Bakwiri Town. Thank you, King from Bakwiri Town. This other one read that is still talking about one and the same thing. No need to read. This one says, I praise the delegate for a nice and brilliant talk because she said when there is life, truly she is. When there is life, I praise the delegate for a nice and brilliant talk because she said, where there is life, truly there is culture. Thanks, Madam Delegate. Is coming from Adam Smith in Limbe, in Tiku. We have so many messages. Please, we may not be able to take on your messages because of time constraint. Mr. Agorem, briefly, coming back to you. You wanted to react to some of the messages?
Well, definitely. It's a clear-cut answer which we give in that culture has no barrier, culture has no discrimination, culture is for everyone. And reason for which that when we talk about the sticker that says Limbe FESTAC 2017, I belong, it's a platform that will welcome ideas. It's a platform that will welcome every contribution, because when you belong, you participate, and when you participate, you contribute. And so it's going to be 8 days of cultural jamboree in the seaside resort town of Limbe, and we're able to showcase our culture and be part of an event that gives joy to the spirit. You, Jarvis, or the delegate, you can dance the Moninkim dance, others can dance the Malay dance, not because you are from there, but because culture grips you and you find yourself into it because it represents an identity of a people. So we welcome everyone from the 8th to the 15th in the seaside resort town of Limbe. The venue is the Limbe Community Field.
Delegate, before we part ways, this question was addressed to you.
Yeah.
Hi, Jarvis. A great program, please. I have a question to the delegate. What's the difference between culture and tradition? It's coming from Tambe Henry in Modiko.
Yes, I would say that culture is a whole complex definition that has elements, and tradition is an element of culture. Because what you should understand is that culture is the different ways in which people behave in an original way, or the way they see life. So traditions are the way people just manifest their way of seeing life. I'll tell you that, for instance, to get a wife in a particular community, there is a way. There are people who marry where men pay dowry to women, but there are in other cultures women
dowry.
Dowry
to men.
In some cultures, there's traditions say that you should not steal, but in other cultures they feel that when you steal, you are strong. It means that you can have, so traditions are the way people think they should do some particular things. That's why us in anthropology and archaeology, we believe you should not judge people's tradition. You should understand why, for instance, the people in North, when they want to ease themselves, they sit, whereas we stand in the street and ease ourselves. So those are traditions that we should instead try to understand, to be able to tolerate others. You understand? So I think tradition is an element of culture.
Well, thank you very much, and it is time good enough for us to part company. But before we do that, our guests will have to give us their last word after this brief jingle break. You're welcome. In French, we say bienvenue. The Commission of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism have been created. Definitely, we have to inculcate both languages in our fair to be good Cameroonians in a unified way and peaceful coexistence. Madame le Delegate, we have a few minutes to go. Mr. Agorem Solomon, we have a few minutes to go. This time, I always disagree with the concept of ladies before gentlemen, because I believe that gentlemen means that you are giving the last respect, the most valuable respect to the last person. Now it should be gentlemen before the ladies, because the ladies are special. Let me take on you your last word before we part ways.
Thank you very much, Taj Jarvis. I want to first of all thank the management of CMTV for giving us this opportunity to talk about the Limbe Festival of Arts and Culture, and for you for having invited us to the program Faces. And I think it's a great program. You should keep it up, and we pray that the management provides more funds for you to do much more interesting activities and topics, and you are free to invite us anytime you wish, and we will definitely make our time. I also wish to say a big thank you to the steering committee headed by the vision bearer, the government delegate to the Limbe City Council, for having bestowed upon us this confidence to carry on with the sensitization for the 4th edition of the Limbe Festival of Arts and Culture. We want to say that we can only do that which we can, and with the best of our abilities. And we are counting on the population of the Southwest region to join us from the 8th to the 15th of April 2017 for the 4th edition of the Limbe Festival of Arts and Culture. It is one event in Cameroon you don't want to miss. Join us on the 4th edition. Thank you so much for giving us the time.
Asante, and we know that CMT will properly acknowledge you in the event equally.
Everything being equal, you can count on me.
Thank you very much. Madam the Delegate, let me come now to you, to the concept that, I always pay much attention to the ladies. I don't know if my concept is right. It is right. Gentlemen before ladies, because you give the last respect. The last person takes the greatest respect. Madam the Delegate, your last word before we part company.
I want to really thank CMTV for all the work that they are doing to promote culture. Since 2 years that I'm here, really I would say that this the TV that gives us hope, one of the medium that we have to really promote culture. So every time that we have the opportunity to come here and talk about all our events, will be here. I just want to say that after this program, I'm happy to see that there are many Cameroonians who think like me, that culture is not against religion, that we should just know how to blend the two, because all of us are thinking of going to God, I think so. So for FESTAC, I would say, please, our own way of supporting all these ideas and events is to come out and participate, because I think in Southwest we always complain of not having things, but when people struggle to give you the things that you are asking for, you sleep in your rooms, you don't come out, and then people want to support, say that those people don't come out, why should we come? Like sponsors, for instance, they don't come because they feel Southwest people, no matter what you do, they don't come out. So I think you should change that mentality to your own part. You should play. It's just to come and enjoy all this money.
It's for free.
It's for free. All this
entry
money,
is free.
All this money,
you don't
people
pay
struggling to mobilize money, energy. It's for you, for your entertainment, for your happiness.
And you can even come and get a wife or your husband.
You just have to leave your house and come and enjoy. That's all what we need from you. Just come and enjoy. We are fighting for your entertainment. Can you imagine? And then you have to struggle for people to. I want to insist on the fact that we always have sad stories to tell. We always want to go to sad events. So like on Monday saying, I was in a burial here, my brother was sick. Please have nice stories to tell, like I was in FESTAC, I went to a theater evening, I went to a concert, I went to... please change your story. Change your story and have good stories to make our life happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam the Delegate. Once more, it's a pleasure to have you here in the studio.
You.
Of course, Mr. Agbore.
Entertainment is never enough.
It's never enough.
Entertainment in FESTAC is never enough.
You have now borrowed the CMTV slogan. Okay.
Many events this year to make you happy.
Thank you very much. In case you just missed the program, we talked about the Limbe Festival of Arts and Culture, which will be taking place from the 8th to the 15th of April. It is the 4th edition under the distinguished patronage of the Minister of Art and Culture in Cameroon. It will be celebrated under the theme Celebrating Cultural Diversity and Integration with tag I Belong. What about you? You can communicate to the board or those who are involved in order to get more information about the Limbe Festival of Art and Culture on 694-571 826. 694-571-826 is a number you can communicate to them to get their own view on what FESTAC really is. You know, we cannot take much time to talk about it because time is never enough here on CMTV, as entertainment is never enough. I'll be your humble host, Tamai Jarvis. Meantime, you can have a rebroadcast from the 8th on. You can have a rebroadcast on Friday from 10 p.m., Saturday 3 p.m., Friday 10 p.m., Saturday 3 p.m., and every Tuesday live at 5 p.m. Shout out to you, Mr. Tayang, and shout out to you, Messi, Kum, say Unzi, and of course I know within your mind you will say Unzi, so I'll be that to you, bye-bye, and well from this end as the Bakwarians will have it, and au revoir in French.